I'm 34, and I lost my husband Nathan 18 months ago in a car accident caused by a drunk driver. We had just finished dinner at our favorite Thai place. I was waiting in the car while he ran back in to grab the takeout dessert we'd forgotten. I heard the crash before I saw it. A pickup truck sped through the red light and hit him before he even reached the sidewalk. He was dead before they got him to the hospital. I had been sitting less than 20 feet away. Nathan and I had been married for 11 years. He was calm where I was anxious, funny where I was serious. He handled the grocery runs, loved fixing things himself, and always had some playlist running while he cooked. I still can't bring myself to turn the speakers on in our kitchen. We didn't have children, but we were in the middle of IVF. 2 weeks before the accident, I'd had an embryo transfer. 1 week after I buried him, I miscarried. Nobody from my family came to the hospital when it happened. Not a call, not a message. When I got home from the emergency room, exhausted and shaking, I found my mother standing in the entryway with a garbage bag full of Nathan's clothes. She said she was helping me start fresh. My father didn't say much, just looked around and said it was time I stopped wallowing. That was the beginning of what would unravel everything. I come from a family that prides itself on being strong. Not emotional, not dramatic, just functional. My parents both retired early and now fill their days playing golf and sending me passive-aggressive updates on what my brothers are up to. My older brother, Anthony, runs a real estate business, and my younger brother, Ryan, is an orthopedic nurse. They're both married, have kids, live within 10 minutes of my parents, and act like their lives are an Instagram feed. When Nathan died, they didn't even show up the night it happened. They came to the funeral, but not one of them offered to stay behind to help. No one asked if I needed groceries or help with paperwork or even company. I got flowers from Anthony's wife with a card that said, "Stay strong. You're not alone," but I haven't seen her since the service. The real blow came 2 weeks later. I was finally getting up to do laundry, hoping movement would help with the insomnia. I walked into the garage and realized Nathan's workbench was stripped. His guitar, his fishing gear, the toolbox he'd inherited from his grandfather, gone. I called my cousin Jenna because I had a suspicion, and she didn't even deny it. She said she'd swung by and figured I wouldn't mind, claimed she was helping me declutter for my healing. I told her never to come back. I changed the locks the next day. I tried to set boundaries. I told my parents I needed space. I told them it wasn't about blame or resentment. I just needed time to figure out how to exist in a world without Nathan. My mom told me I was being overdramatic. My dad said I needed to redirect my energy. They always claim that, but all their help came in the form of taking things away from me. 6 months after Nathan's death, my parents hosted a family dinner. I almost didn't go, but I hadn't seen anyone in months and felt like maybe I owed it to myself to try. That night, over salad and lasagna, Anthony asked if I had considered selling the house. Ryan made a joke about ghosts taking up space. My father asked me what my next step was in life and whether I was planning on being useful again. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't flip the table or throw my drink. I nodded, cleaned up my plate, and drove home. And that night, I quietly started putting things in motion. I stopped returning their calls. I stopped replying to group chats. I hired a lawyer to update my will, changed my emergency contacts, and started looking into remote job offers that would let me relocate. I made a list of what I wanted to keep, sell, and donate, and none of it included letting my family back into my space. By month 9, they noticed the silence. My mom showed up uninvited one afternoon and let herself into the house using the spare key she had kept for emergencies. I calmly took the key from her and walked her back to her car without saying a word. That was the last time I